Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Neptune Frost, a musical set, I think, somewhere in Africa. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 8. I'll be at the Vineland Public Library tomorrow from 5:30 to 7 p.m. I'll be giving a talk on the Pine Barrens and the Jersey Devil, and I'll have books. So come by if you can. Now, this is a musical about, I guess, blood diamonds in Africa. A lot of it's not in English. This guy's brother is killed, and then there's songs. So it is a musical. It's getting all sorts of awards. I'd never heard of it, but it's also very political in nature. Something about how it destroys colonialism is part of the takeaway here in the promotion. Future cult classic. I don't know about that. It does look interesting. Oh, there it is. That's an anti-colonial call to arms. See, that makes me not want to see it. And it's all stuff about a black girl algorithm brings justice to light or something, whatever that means. The future of black film, pure cinematic power. I don't like this racial take on film. Is it good or not? Is it an interesting story? I don't think you needed to throw all that woke crap out in this. There seems to be interesting stuff in this movie. I mean, African music is different. This is a musical that's not like typical, I am singing the things that are happening kind of thing. So that's interesting. The cast is all real Africans. These guys look like they haven't had a regular meal in a long time. They're very thin in my view. So I'm interested in seeing the movie. You didn't need to woke it all up to try to lure me in and guilt me into seeing it or something. This looks cool because it takes place in Africa, and I don't know that much about Africa. So don't paste it all with your woke crap, okay? Is a turnoff because I'm worried that it turns into a whole thing about we should have communism. Let's see who made this. Directed by Saul Williams and Nizia Uzayman. With a lot of actors whose work I am not familiar with. Yeah, I don't know any of these people. Let's see. Do we have a screenplay credit? I'm reading, not seeing a screenplay credit. So maybe Saul also wrote it? Yeah, no screenplay credit. Oh, there it is. Screenplay / music by Saul Williams. Oh, okay. So, wow, you were really doing the heavy lifting here. You wrote the music and you wrote the screenplay? Well, I guess that sort of goes hand in hand with a musical. But it looks interesting enough. You didn't need to woke it all up. You didn't even need these quotes. Okay? Africa is exotic from the perspective of America. So I'm sure this is the kind of movie that, there's an appeal to this, okay? There's an appeal to this because obviously Black Panther was a huge success. So why wouldn't you want something that's even more authentically African? I think, and it looks well produced. It's a little dark in a couple of the shots, but it looks, it's an indie movie, but it looks pretty well produced and acted. So you got the music, you got local actors, I think. I think these are mostly local guys. There's stuff going on in Africa. That's just for sure. They're always messing with Africa, unfortunately. So, you don't have to woke this up. This is already interesting. So stop trying to put your stupid politics on this. And I'm sure it's political. Because, look, Africa's very political. It's the politics in Africa. They're all messed up. It's very complex. So would I see this? Yeah, quite possibly. Simply because I like to see stuff about other cultures I don't know about. Now, the woke stuff is kind of a turnoff, and the over, oh, we love it. This is the greatest film ever. I don't like that coming from the critics because typically these guys are wrong. So, I think maybe they just like it because they feel like they have to like it, but that doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It could be a good movie. It looks kind of haunting and interesting. Some of the visuals, this looks interesting. The idea of maybe a computer algorithm written by a local that saves the day, you know? I don't know about the musical end, but at least the music will be different. I'm not a big fan of musicals, but this is a different kind of musical because it'll be African music. So I guess if the musical numbers don't go on too long, I'd be into it. So a musical directed by Saul Williams and Anesia Uziman. Saul doing the music and the screenplay. So interesting. Okay, bit tough to break it down in 3 acts. I would say first act looks like it's going to be about maybe the blood diamonds and that guy's brother getting killed, and that's maybe that's the incident that sparks what looks like a revolution. And then the second act is about establishing what they refer to in this as the authority, probably the people who own the diamond mines and control this country, and it's all very corrupt, and the resistance that builds because of this. And then it builds up. There are protests. There are, moves. But then, it's broken up by songs. So it's not quite paced as like a thriller or anything. But then by the end of the movie, in the third act, you get some sort of people rising up and taking back their country, and maybe some of the old ways come through, and that helps. And the algorithm helps. So it's a mixture of the old and new. And at the end, the people take back their country, and everybody sings and dances. And I don't know, this scene, is she a real person, or is she representative of the algorithm? Maybe, I don't know. He seems a bit stunned, or maybe this is a love story, a little love story angle. That's always good in a musical. He seems to be the main character. I think it's his brother who gets killed. So, yeah. I mean, it looks interesting. I think it could be interesting. I don't know much about, again, I don't know that much about Africa. Let's see, when does it come out here? Oh, here's in theaters June 3rd, okay? And they got a synopsis. Multi-hyphenate, multidisciplinary artist Saul Williams brings his unique dynamism to this Afro-futuristic vision, a sci-fi punk musical that's a visually wondrous amalgamation of themes, ideas, and songs that Williams has explored in his work, notably the 2016 album Martin Luther King. Whew, that's big. Co-directed with the Rwandan-born artist and cinematographer Anesia Uziman. The film takes place in the hilltops of Burundi, where a group of escaped coltan miners form an anti-colonial computer hacker collective. Okay. Sounding more communist. I will say, though, it sounds like Saul is the visionary and Anesia is the person who knows the nuts and bolts of the film, shooting the actual film. From their camp in an otherworldly e-waste dump, they attempt to take over the authoritarian regime, exploiting the region's natural resources and its people with an intersex runaway, oh boy, and an escaped coltan miner find each other through cosmic forces. Their connection sparks glitches within the greater divine circuitry set between states of being, past, present, dream, and waking life, colonialized and free male and female memory and presences. Neptune Frost is invigorating, empowering, direct download to the cerebral cortex, and call to reclaim technology for progressive political ends. And I'm out. Yeah, that just sounds like it's too much. too many ideas. This is, I don't think this is gonna work. This feels very pretentious and political. Feels like the sort of movie you're going to say, "Oh, I saw this movie, Neptune Frost. Did you see it? Well, I didn't see it. I heard it's great." I mean, I don't know why you need all this. I mean, the Afrofuturism is kind of hot with Black Panther, so you could have just gone with that. I don't know why you had to. This synopsis was really a turnoff to me. Really a turnoff. And the intersex stuff, yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to sell that. My understanding is that doesn't even fly in Africa. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's that boy, you had me, and then you write a synopsis like that, and you think that's gonna help me want to be part of it. I don't want to watch this. I'm not interested in all. It's too much stuff going on, and it sounds awfully pretentious too. But I don't know. Musicals, they tend to skew that way anyway in general. But Jesus, man. Phew. Okay, whatever. Anyhow, opens June 3rd. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more based takes. Check out my link to my cousin's GoFundMe page if you'd like to donate. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.